June, I don't want to be with you anymore. Let's get divorced right now. I've found someone else for you.
Fred's son is dead. Jackie hasn't even been weaned. And you're making me marry a dead man? You beast.
All because of this useless, unweaned child you refuse to marry, right? All right. Okay. I'll get rid of her right now.
Ray, Jackie is your own daughter.
Get lost.
Mom!
She's just a jinx, blocking my path to wealth. Once she's dead, you can be remarried so I can get $50,000.
Let go of my daughter.
Oh, where am I? Are you kidding me? I, Zion, the miraculous doctor in charge of the 3 realms, ended up in the body of a baby girl not even a year old?
Step aside.
Mom!
Get rid of her and you'll have no excuse.
If you dare harm Jackie, there's no reason for me to go on.
Isn't this a story from a book I randomly picked up out of boredom? Ray threw Jacqueline to the ground. June then died by charging into a wall.
Jackie was thrown to the ground. And I also died.
Mom, that's my sister's voice. I don't want to die. Silly Mom. Kick.
Quickly, let's leave.
Run!
How dare you run away? I dare you to try.
Mom, turn around. Punch. Kick.
Jackie, what should we do now?
Run quickly. Let's go.
Are you okay, Howard? Be careful. Does it hurt?
I'm fine. Mom, seems they're not following us.
I dare you to run.
Mom!
Even if I have to strangle you, you have to marry him today. Let go of me. I don't want to marry Fred's dead son. Let go of me.
Let go of my mom.
Get out of my way.
With just Mom's strength alone, there's no way to escape the village. Mom, there's a savior in the Wang family. He can help us.
There's a savior in the Wang family?
Will you marry or not?
All right. I'll marry him.
Let's welcome the bride. Welcome the groom.
Paper figure.
What are you talking about? That's my son.
My son is only 19 this year. An old, worthless woman like you gets to marry him. It's your luck.
Exactly. Once you are part of our family, or children for the Waynes, quickly. If you can't give birth to a son, in the future, you'll regret it.
How can I bear a child for a paper figure?
It's simple. As long as it's a child of a Wayne, it'll do.
So, on the surface, I am to marry Hugh. Actually, I'm here to serve you. I'm not getting married. I'm not getting married.
Mom?
I'm not getting married.
I already took the money. There's no way I'm giving it back.
Jackie fell asleep. What should I do? How can I find the savior? Go on with the ceremony.
Bow to heaven and earth. Bow to your parents. Please help me out.
Let go of me.
Bow to each other. Enter the bridal chamber.
Even if I have to die for this, I won't let you off.
Mom, don't be afraid. Just let them turn on each other.
Jackie is finally awake. Turn on each other.
Fred's long been with Mrs. Liddell.
Fred, you're just a beast who can't even control your lower half. You've long been with Mrs. Liddell.
Fred, you useless fool. How dare you cheat on me? Don't want to go on with our lives, huh?
She just got out of Ray's bed today.
You have the nerve to scold him? You're a bitch yourself. You just got up this morning from Ray's bed.
What?
No wonder I saw you coming back from outside this morning. Cheating on me? Huh? I'm gonna beat you up. And you jerk. I paid you $50,000 for your wife to sleep with me. Not for you to sleep with my wife. Give me back my $50,000.
Get out of my way, you bitch. I was so close to getting the $50,000. You're going down with me today.
Mom, take Hugh's urine from the altar to splash him.
Stay away.
No, that's Hugh's urine. We only have one bowl of it.
Yes, the divination master said. The urine is an elixir for virility. Only after drinking it can our family continue the bloodline. Don't splash it.
You've committed endless evils, and also bullying women. You deserve to have no descendants.
It's all gone. The Wayne family lineage is ending.
My vitality tonic.
He who stands in my way shall die.
Wow, Mom, you're so cool.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
You made a scene here, and you're trying to flee? Stop her.
June, go to accompany my son.
You and your 3 little brats. Tonight, none of you will step out of our house alive.
It was a perfectly good deal, and you ruined it. You asked for it.
Mom, there's ephedra and perilla behind you. Mix the 2 powders together. Within a minute, it will make one incredibly itchy.
Bitch, I'm gonna beat you up. Bitch, I'm gonna beat you up. What's going on? Why am I so itchy all over?
You witch. How dare you fight back? I won't let you off. Why am I starting to feel itchy too?
There's no cure for this. They'll have to scratch themselves until they're bleeding before the poison wears off. Jackie, you're amazing. You even know that. My sister must be a genius.
Jackie, with you, Mom will be afraid of nothing.
Hey, honey, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I'm feeling itchy all over. It's unbearable. Please give me the antidote. Please, please. Honey, I'm not a human. I'm a beast. I even tried to sell my own daughter.
I'm a beast. I'm not a human either. June, we're from the same village. Please give me the antidote. Please spare me.
I'm sorry. I'm begging you. Please give me the antidote. I'm sorry.
Antidote?
You want the antidote?
Yes, I really want it. Yes, I do.
You should have a good taste of what it's like to kowtow. You didn't even care about your own daughter. Bastard. You deserve to die.
Can you give me the antidote now? Please help me.
Please give me a way out.
Please give me a way out.
Please give me a way out.
A way out. Did you just give me a way out? Let's go.
Let's go. Get our savior. He's in the woodshed in the backyard.
Woodshed?
Hurry up.
Is this our savior? Dead.
Timothy Nelson came to the Wayne village to inspect. Who'd have thought he'd be taken by Fred and the villagers and poisoned for his wealth?
He's dead? What should we do now?
There's still a bit of life in him. He must be treated quickly. Insert silver needles into the heart point, the yang point, the life gate point, and the spirit gate point.
Why doesn't he have any reaction?
His internal small circulation has already started working. Next, he'll be unconscious for about an hour. During this time, he must stay in this position, or else he will surely die.
June, you bitch. Open the door. Open the door.
Open the door.
What should we do? They're about to break in.
Timothy has a jade pendant. His blood can activate the golden dragon in it to summon his followers.
Open the door.
Mr. Nelson's golden dragon flew out. Oh no, Mr. Nelson is in danger. The golden dragon came out from Fred's house. Quick, head to Fred's house now to rescue Mr. Nelson.
Yes. Open the door.
Open the door quickly.
Open up.
What should we do? They're about to break in. Fred, you harmed others for the wealth. You're going to be damned by heaven.
Damned by heaven? Here in the Wayne village? I am heaven. Who dares to damn me?
You bitch, cheating on me, huh?
I'm telling you, your little lover has already been dosed by me with an entire bottle of pesticide. If you want to stay with the dying person, then go ahead and die with him. Come on, drag them out and beat them up with sticks.
I told you not to touch him. Leave him alone.
Get out of the way. All right in front of me. You're still protecting this dying man. I'll beat him up.
Don't hit my mom!
Okay, today I'll hit you all.
Why are you waiting for? Get them all out of here.
Let go of me. Don't hurt my mom.
Stand still.
Stop! You insolent fool! How dare you harm Mr. Nelson? Mr. Nelson!
Don't touch him. Don't touch him, or he'll surely die.
You damn village woman! How dare you speak nonsense?
I'm not talking nonsense. I have given him acupuncture. If you don't touch him, he'll be awake in an hour.
What? You, a mere village woman, actually know medicine?
She doesn't know a thing. She caused Mr. Nelson's death.
Yes, absolutely. Mr. Nelson was poisoned by her. I can prove that. Everyone in the Wayne village can prove that.
Bitch, I'll have you pay with your life for Mr. Nelson.
It wasn't me. I was the one who saved him. It was them who killed him.
Mr. Nelson, Mr. Nelson. Mr. Nelson is gone.
I told you not to touch him, and now he's completely gone.
Jackie, what should we do, Jackie? What should we do now?
Bitch, you're gonna pay with your life for Mr. Nelson.
She should pay for it. She totally deserves to die.
Exactly. She hurt Mr. Nelson with needles. She just admitted it herself.
It was this bitch. Not only did she hurt Mr. Nelson, but she also hurt my son.
She must pay with her life.
Pay with her life.
Come on, tie up this bitch and put her into jail.
It wasn't me.
I'll let her pay with her life for the murder.
No, they should pay for their crimes. I was the one who tried to save him.
Still denying? Take her away. I'm telling the truth.
Mom, don't cry. I've got this.
Where am I? Why is everything so white here?
Timothy,
Who's there? Who's speaking?
my name is Jacqueline Jones. Now, I'm an infant less than 1 year old. My true self is Zion, the miraculous doctor in charge of the 3 realms. I've taken your last breath of life and trapped it in my mental world.
The last breath?
Yes, the only one who can save you is me.
Thank you for saving my life. I, Timothy, will always remember the kindness and find a way to repay you.
Hey, look, Mr. Nelson did. Mr. Nelson is awake. Heaven really worked a miracle. Mr. Nelson is awake.
Mr. Nelson, you're finally awake. You just spit out so much blood. It really scared us. Are you all right?
I'm fine. A miraculous doctor just pulled me back from the hell. Who did that? Untie her. She's my lifesaver.
What? The woman was actually telling the truth? Let go of her.
In this world, except for me, no one else can save him.
Jackie, you are really amazing. I really thought he was dead just now. I was so worried.
Thank you, miraculous doctor, for saving my life. Thank you. You.
Oh, Mr. Nelson, in this whole village, I'm the only decent person. While they've all often been in cahoots, doing shady things. As the village head, I just couldn't control them. My son was also murdered by them.
That's nonsense. You're slandering us. Mr. Nelson, when you stayed overnight at the Wayne village, it was Fred who drugged you with pesticide.
Exactly, the village chief. That lowlife forced us into doing this. Mr. Nelson, please see the truth.
Mr. Nelson, I'm just an unfortunate woman. If I ever went against Fred, he wouldn't let me off.
What are you talking, huh? Stop spouting nonsense here. Your Wayne family has all the power in the village. In this village, who dare to slander you two? I'm the only innocent person here.
They forced me. If I didn't do it with them, they threatened to sell my wife and child off. Help me, Mr. Nelson.
A bunch of cunning scoundrels. Now you want to beg for mercy? None of you is innocent. In this village, no one is innocent. Ray, just for 50 grand. You could abandon me and the kids. You even want to hurt your own daughter.
It truly was Fred who forced me into this. You all have been so good to me. How could I betray you and sell you? Just for money. That's absolutely impossible.
We don't need a dad like that. Bad Daddy!
Fred, you lied about marrying me to your dead son, but you really wanted me to serve you. In the whole Wayne village, you are the biggest villain. And the rest of you, stop pretending you're innocent. You took a lot of Fred's dirty money. You've benefited from others' suffering.
Trouble does thrive in poor places. Do you think I'm easy to fool? You lot acted all warm and welcoming and tricked me into the village. Then you drugged me. I remember everything clearly. Fine. Just wait for our company's indictment. I'll have you all spend your lives behind bars. My saviors, please come with me to my home. I'll arrange a place for you to stay at the Nelsons' residence. You saved me. I, Timothy, will do everything I can to repay you.
Mom, come on, just say yes. With the support of the Nelsons, even if I'm no longer around, no one will bully you and my brothers.
Thank you, Mr. Nelson.
Please.
It's so huge. Let's go inside and take a look.
How about we go inside and have a tour? I've already arranged rooms for you on the second floor. If you're not happy with it, you can change it any time. Oh wait, Howard Bob, do you want to study abroad?
Definitely.
I'll tell the housekeeper to help with their applications to study abroad. The kids are still young. They should explore the world.
Thank you, Mr. Nelson. Let's go. Let's go have some fun.
Thank you, Mr. Nelson. This is the first time someone's willing to accept me and my children. Every time I talked about sending the kids to school, Ray would hit and scold me. He said I'm a worthless burden.
It's nothing. You saved my life.
It's the least I can do.
Besides,
if it weren't for you that day, I just helped when I saw injustice. Taking down those villains from the Wayne village is also what I should do.
Come on, follow me. I prepared this room for Jackie. From now on, a nanny will watch over Jackie all day. Go ahead and sign this. To show my gratitude, I've decided to transfer half of the shares of the Nelson Group to you.
Mr. Nelson, I can't take that. However, I noticed the Nelson Group is collecting outstanding proposals. I plan to write a proposal, and if it's up to standards, let me work at the Nelson Group, please.
All right.
Mr. Nelson, why are you here?
I've seen you sitting here all day without even having any water, so I poured you a glass of water. June. You're awake. Hey, are you thirsty? Hungry? I made some porridge. Would you like to have some?
Thank you, Mr. Nelson.
Here.
Mr. Nelson, thank you. Well, I still have a proposal to finish. I need to get it done.
You haven't rested enough yet. The proposal is not...
Mr. Nelson, I have to get to work now.
All right.
Mr. Nelson, this is my proposal. Please have a look.
The proposal is so well written. I'll get someone to arrange it now. You can start working at the company tomorrow.
Thank you, Mr. Nelson. Well, I'll go to deal with my things.
Yes.
Mom is at the office now. I miss you so much, too. Jackie, let's chat later, okay? Mom's hanging up now.
I heard yesterday that our planning department is getting a new member. Turns out she's a mom.
Looks so poor. I'm afraid she hardly knows how to read. A mom who's old and from the countryside like her will only hold us back.
We need to find a way to get her out of here.
You're misunderstanding. Even though I'm a mom, I will not let my family affairs interfere with my work.
Enough. The meeting starts in 15 minutes. Let's get ready to welcome the genius planner, Charlene Lewis. Charlene is a rare talent. If you dare to delay it, you will be kicked out of our group.
Ever since I had Jackie, I tend to use the restroom a lot. It's such an important meeting. I can't go halfway through.
Moms like you are most annoying. Get lost. Step aside.
Here, let me...
Thank you. I'm terribly sorry. There isn't a nursing room, so I have to nurse my baby here.
Oh, no need to thank me. We're colleagues. My pleasure. I'm a mom from the countryside. But I really admire people like you, who can balance work and family without missing a beat.
Meeting a colleague who's also a mom at the Nelson Group, I feel truly honored. The moms who work here are all worthy of respect. Besides, you're a mom from the countryside. You are the cream of the crop among us moms.
You're right. As moms, we should think more about our children's future. We must do more and see further to give our kids a better education, right?
Yes, it's not easy to meet a like-minded companion here. Could I get your number?
Sure.
Here, then we can chat about parenting and work experiences.
Sounds good. I'll scan your code.
Oh.
Send me the name.
All right. It is sent.
Well, sorry. I've got a meeting to attend. I need to excuse myself now. Let's chat next time.
Okay.
All right.
Come on, let's go. Let's go attend the presentation the Nelson Group makes to welcome me.
Okay.
This is my proposal I prepared to welcome Ms. Lewis.
What? Why is it the same with my proposal?
June, what do you mean?
Director Anson, Faye's proposal is identical with mine. How could such a coincidence happen?
Are you saying I plagiarized your proposal? June, do you have no shame? Do a mom from the countryside like you even know what a proposal is?
And she accused Faye of copying her. Who would believe that? Faye is an outstanding graduate from a prestigious university. Unlike her, she might not have a college degree, a load of bosh.
No wonder she got in through connections. Not only was she late on her first day, and she even lied, trying to steal Faye's proposal. So, you really don't take me, the director, seriously, do you?
I knew a mom like her would only hold us back. You knew you were not capable, but you still wanted to push it. What a fool.
I just wanted to use the bathroom so that I wouldn't have to leave halfway through the meeting. But I absolutely didn't plagiarize the proposal. This proposal is written entirely by myself.
You're just a rural woman who's had kids. You leak urine at work.
With this disgusting smell on you, why even bother to come to work? Hurry up and buy some diapers to wear.
Believe it or not, this proposal was written all by me. Today I put it on the desk. Faye must have taken a peek when I went to the restroom.
June, I've seen your resume. Honestly, your abilities aren't outstanding. You even have no college degree. If you go on making a scene here, get out of the Nelson Group.
Not only degrees. She looks so poor, she probably can't even read, yet she still has the nerve to challenge. Doesn't she know who she is?
You're a bumpkin from the countryside. Do you know who Charlene is? Do you understand what a proposal is? I have to say, June, if you don't want to work, then just leave. Ms. Anson, we should quickly get HR involved and have her fired.
I think she's just confused because of the childbirth. She's taken someone else's proposal as her own.
It's more than just memory lapses. I think she is also a little illusional, dreaming she was some kind of intellectual.
I'm being reasonable here. What I said is true. Let's go check the surveillance. That would reveal the truth.
So you know what surveillance is. I thought someone like you, who has never left the countryside, was still stuck in the Stone Age. Ha 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 ha. Oh my.
You should take a good look and see how you really are. You're a thief, yet want to turn the tables? Check the surveillance? Just to cover up her lies. She'd even use the surveillance as a pretext.
I must say, if you continue to make a scene, I won't show mercy.
What do you want? Your behavior is no different from that of a robber. You stole my plan and broke my family picture. Since I joined the company, I have always worked diligently. How did I offend you?
I did break it. So what? It's just a silly photo. crying as if someone died. Honestly, I just look down on bumpkin moms like you.
Idiot. All this crying. Over a picture, if we let her keep staying in our company, she'll cause trouble sooner or later.
I've long been tired of your silly photo and those parenting books. At work, you're always thinking about your 3 brats. You had it coming.
Will you ever stop? Stop crying. Are we going to continue the meeting or not? If not, just beat it.
Sophie, we should have kicked her out earlier. If it weren't for her, would we have had so much trouble in our department? Besides, if she cries so much that she ends up sick, she might try to get compensation from us.
She's wasted everyone's time. Not only didn't she apologize, and yet she's still picking up those books.
You guys totally did it on purpose. Ever since I joined the company, you never thought of accepting me. All you want is to kick me out.
You're just being paranoid? We're not bothered to argue with you. I wrote this proposal myself. Don't try to take the credit.
June, you don't have the talent and capability, so you steal others' ideas. Buttering up the HR department to get yourself in here must take quite some effort.
She looks like a flirt. She should. Just stay home and raise the kids. I heard that her ex-husband is a gambler. Well, they are quite a match.
Like people say, birds of a feather flock together. Perhaps she's spending all her energy in bed. People like her deserve to stay in the countryside forever. Maybe those 3 kids of hers will also amount to nothing.
You're just trying to humiliate me with those words. If you've got nothing to hide, let me check the surveillance footage.
Check the surveillance footage? All right. Security, come over here.
What's up, Ms. Anson?
This newcomer accuses Faye of stealing from her and wants to check the surveillance footage.
Just get to the point.
Sir, could you please let me take a look at the surveillance footage of our office this morning around 9:30?
The cameras in the office were broken. They won't work.
Broken? The equipment of the Nelson Group has always been top-notch. How could the cameras in our office suddenly be broken?
Are you done yet? I've told you they were broken.
June, the security guy has said the cameras are broken. Stop making trouble, pack up, and get out of the planning department.
These are the proposals I wrote for our company. Many of them were personally praised by the leaders. And you? What performance have you made?
In the entire company, only she can come up with such excellent proposals.
June, when you're done making a scene, get back to the countryside and have more kids.
Faye was right. Her skills and performance have always been the best in our department.
What does that have to do with performance? This clearly is a matter of character. Just because I'm a mom, you criticize everything about me?
You're just a mom from the countryside. How can you say Faye, a PhD, has character issues? Hey you, don't flatter yourself.
You're really stupid, mean, and ignorant. Someone like you should just be a housewife your whole life, so you won't embarrass yourself.
Exactly. Moms like her are no good. Their minds are filled only with men and kids. They can't even lie convincingly.
Just because I'm a mom, you're throwing insults at me and targeting me like this. Although I am a newcomer, since I joined, I've been ready to be fully committed to my work. This is workplace discrimination.
You're talking so self-righteously now. But whenever there are some issues at home, your work will be the last thing you care about.
Exactly. Our company doesn't keep slackers. In such a fiercely competitive environment, moms like you are simply a burden and a drag on our department's performance.
Our former colleague was also a mom. She was so confident when she first came, but just one call from her mother-in-law made her rush back home to take care of the kids.
I know, some moms really struggle to balance work and family life, which gives everyone a negative impression. But that doesn't mean you should judge everyone the same way, and you shouldn't use such an underhand way to force me to quit.
We never forced you. You imagined all of this by yourself. Stop pretending to be the victim. No one is trying to frame you. You're just not capable enough and insatiably greedy.
Why is it that everyone else does fine, yet everything goes wrong with you? Such a jinx.
You've been a housewife for so long that you've forgotten how to interact with others. It's bad to deal with a bumpkin. You don't even have the evidence, but you act like you're in the right. Just hurry up and get out of the company.
Exactly. The company's cameras are down, and you can't provide any evidence. How can you be so confident?
I have evidence. This proposal was personally reviewed by Timothy.
What did you say? You said Timothy personally reviewed your proposal? Now you're just making things up.
You bumpkin. Even know Mr. Nelson's name. Someone with his status would glance at something written by you, a mom without a degree? Don't be ridiculous.
Don't try using your tricks to fool us. Mr. Nelson is always super busy. Even we old employees rarely get to see him, let alone you.
You're just a mom, having neither looks nor figures. You can't be charming enough to impress Mr. Nelson.
How's that possible? If she knew Timothy, I would know Julius Caesar.
If you don't believe me, I'll call Mr. Nelson right now. He even praised this proposal yesterday. I'm telling the truth.
Such a nutcase. You're going to get fired and still causing trouble. Just move aside.
Don't stop her. Let her do it. I'd like to see what trick she's pulling this time. I guess she's probably hired an actor.
You think you can fool us by hiring someone to put on an act? I can recognize Mr. Nelson's voice instantly. Put it on speaker. Don't try to deceive us.
Fine. I'll call him.
Well, June, the actor you hired didn't do his job well.
A mom from the countryside can't really have money to hire someone to act along with her. I guess she's dialing some random number to make a show of it.
I think she's doing this on purpose to stall for time and deliberately mess up our meeting. She's really shameless.
Ms. Anson, let's just throw her and all her stuff out of here.
Wait.
Hello?
I knew it was an actor. This isn't Mr. Nelson's voice.
Who's this speaking? Could you please get Mr. Nelson to take the call? I really have something urgent to talk to Mr. Nelson about.
Mr. Nelson is in a meeting. I'm his secretary. Who's calling?
This is June Lee. I really have an urgent matter to talk to Mr. Nelson. Could you please get Mr. Nelson to take the call?
I know all of Mr. Nelson's close contacts, but I never heard about what June Lee. You must be Mr. Nelson's business rival. If you think you can succeed with such tricks, you might end up disappointed. Goodbye.
June, you're such a clown. The actor you hired hung up on you and claimed you were a business rival. Ha ha ha.
Calling her a business rival is just overestimating her. She's just a woman from the countryside who has 3 kids.
A mom from the countryside is truly useless. Unlike Faye and Miss Anson, they are professional and do excellent work.
Only an ignorant housewife like her treats those few kids like treasures. With such poor genes, she can only have children who are just dumb and poor. Ha 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 ha.
Exactly. Just look at her kids. They don't seem very bright. Just like her, looking penniless and ignorant.
The father is a gambler. The mother is an unseasoned hick. What bright kids can such parents have?
Enough. I can endure it if you slander me and try to kick me out. But my kids are my bottom line.
You may talk all you want, but it won't work. You're just a powerless mom from the countryside.
Exactly. Let's throw all her stuff out. Otherwise, the company's atmosphere will be contaminated by her aura of poverty.
Wow, such a shabby bag. Yet you dared to bring it to the office. I know moms from the countryside love to save every penny and won't replace things until they fall apart. How about I cut it into pieces for you so you can get a new one?
Hold on. The patches on this bag were sewed my son. I can leave the company right now. Please don't destroy the bag.
All right, kneel down and apologize, then get out of the Nelson group. I might consider giving this bag back to you.
Faye, good job. For someone like her, a person without dignity, kneeling down is even easier than eating or drinking.
If you don't kneel, I'll cut it right now.
I'll do it. I'll do it. I'm sorry. I framed you for stealing my proposal. I set all of this up. I'm leaving the company right now. I'll never bother you again.
All right, you better not back out.
Typical of a mom from the countryside. She knelt as she was asked to. Looks so pathetic.
I've done everything you asked me to do. Can you give it back to me now?
Fine, I'll give it back to you.
You're really going too far.
Didn't I just give it back to you again? If you're bothered by the little tear, just go home and ask your son to sew it up for you.
You brought all this stuff to work, yet you called yourself dedicated to your work? That's ridiculous.
You have the nerve to bring this to the office? Shame on you. Exactly. All the moms are the same. And they're so shameless.
It's the 21st century. There's still something like a breast pump. She's truly a bumpkin.
I'll talk to the HR department. From now on, if they let such low-quality moms get in again, I'm really going to report this to management.
Ms. Anson is great. These moms are no good. They should all be kicked out of the company.
You clean up your mess right now and get out. The company is in complete chaos because of you.
Who dares to make her leave?
Why are you here?
Where did you come from? Are you new here? Why weren't we informed that we have 2 new colleagues today?
From a distance. I heard you guys were insulting June just because she's a mom.
We didn't insult her. She stole Faye's proposal first. Besides, low quality, human resources like moms don't belong in the company.
Can't moms make their mark in the workplace? I'm also a mom. So you mean I should leave the Nelson Group immediately?
Who the heck are you? You're so arrogant. It's our meeting prepared for Charlene. Uninvited people like you should get out now.
Get out? I'm the one you were talking about, Charlene Lewis. If I were to leave, who would you have this meeting for?
That's enough. You're here to make trouble, right? How could the famous genius planner, Charlene, be a mom? Ha ha ha.
As I see, June must have arranged this again. Look at this imposter. She doesn't have any designer items on her. Perhaps she's another cheap actress hired by June.
Miss, thanks for speaking up for me. But this group of people is hard to deal with. I've decided to leave the company.
Don't worry. As long as I'm here, no one can make you leave.
What are you two whispering about? Are you planning how to act next?
These 2 are clearly stupid poor moms. If they get along, it actually makes sense. As the saying goes, if you lie down with dogs, you get up with fleas.
They're really a perfect match. One impersonates Ms. Lewis, and the other steals Faye's proposal.
I'll remember every one of you and every word of all your snobs.
Well, you really enjoy acting, huh? How could Ms. Charlene Lewis be a foolish mom like you?
Exactly. Why could they join the Nelson Group? Moms like them should go to those small and struggling companies to raise their poor kids.
Back in my day, with the best results, when graduating, a well-prepared resume, and an outstanding proposal, I got an offer from the Nelson Group. I despise old women like you who use connections to get your jobs.
You're just being snobbish. Just because June is kind, you start endlessly bullying her. Besides, whether I'm a fake or not is not up to you.
Remember what you just said. I know Ms. Lewis's assistant, Stanley. I'll call him right now to let him expose you, imposter. Hello, Stanley. Someone is posing as Ms. Lewis. Come over quickly.
What? How dare she? I'll be right there.
It's not up to me. But what about Stanley? He's been Ms. Lewis's assistant for years. There's no way he can't recognize Ms. Lewis.
Soon enough, Stanley will be here. You better kneel down and apologize to us, or before it's too late. You dare to pose as Ms. Lewis? I'll make sure you go into jail.
Miss, let's get out of here.
All right, I'd like to see who will be the one to kneel down and apologize.
A dead mouse feels no cold. Still pretending right up until the end? You're about to spend your life in prison, yet you're still so calm. I really admire your guts.
June, the actress you hired this time, is really dedicated. Tell me, how much will it cost to hire this actress?
How much money can she have? An actress like her probably makes $80 a day.
$80? That's your expense for meals a day. You really went all out for this show.
Ms. Anson, this woman seems so confident. I feel something's off. Maybe we should stop it now.
Don't worry about them. When Stanley comes, I want to see how they'll continue their act.
Why hasn't Stanley arrived yet?
Shut up. How dare you call Stanley by his name?
He's too slow. I'll give Stanley the call to hurry him up.
Who's talking big? Who is posing as Ms. Lewis?
Me.
Stanley, you're finally here. Look at this. These 2 moms really want to cause trouble in the Nelson Group.
Exactly. Stanley, look at them. One doesn't take care of her kids at home, but has to make a scene at the Nelson Group. The other one dares to pretend to be Ms. Lewis.
Exactly. Who the hell do they think they are? Ms. Lewis is an accomplished career woman. How could she possibly be a mom like you?
If Ms. Lewis knows she's rumored as a mom from the countryside, she'll probably be pissed off.
In this day and age, with such fierce competition, two moms want to force themselves into places where they don't belong. It's truly nonsense.
Stanley, since you're here, hurry up and get these two bumpkins out of the Nelson group so it won't upset Ms. Lewis when she arrives.
You're Faye.
Yes, Stanley, I'm Faye. I didn't expect a busy big shot like you to remember a junior employee like me.
You're Sophie.
Yes, Stanley. Kicking these two country bumpkins out of the Nelson group is what I should do.
Bitch. She's indeed Ms. Lewis.
Are the renowned Ms. Lewis?
Every encounter is a blessing. Don't be a stickler about status. We're soon collaborating with the Nelson Group, so I came to check things out, to get prepared in advance. I didn't expect to run into some clueless folks who look down on moms and made things difficult for us.
Don't worry, Ms. Lewis. I'll talk with the person in charge of the Nelson Group to avoid encountering this kind of snobs.
I think there's no need to talk to them. Some junior employees of the Nelson Group dared to be so arrogant. They didn't take care of a mom returning to the workforce. Instead, they were so mean. The workplace climate here is too bad. I've decided to end the partnership with the Nelson Group. It's better for both of us.
She really is Ms. Lewis? How could the renowned Ms. Lewis possibly be a mom?
I'm done for if our mistakes make Ms. Lewis end the collaboration with the Nelson Group, we'll not only lose our job, but perhaps also have to pay the company a large amount of compensation.
You asked for this. Let's go, Stanley.
What should we do? Ms. Lewis left. This project is ruined. If Mr. Nelson finds out, we'll be in big trouble.
I finally got what I have today. Now, all the effort will just go down the drain.
Ms. Lewis, please hold on.
Mr. Nelson.
Hello, Mr. Nelson.
I've heard that a few clueless employees didn't know Ms. Lewis's identity and offended her. Is that true?
That's true, Mr. Nelson. I think it's better if we end our collaboration. The Nelson Group is quite powerful. I'm not worthy of it.
Charlene, don't bother with them. They're just a few rotten apples in the Nelson Group. If letting them affect your cooperation with the Nelson Group, it's really not worth.
Right. Regarding our collaboration, the Nelson Group will show the utmost sincerity. As for those few clueless employees who arrogantly bully others.
Mr. Nelson, we really didn't mean it. We didn't know. She was Ms. Lewis.
Right, Ms. Lewis, we were too stupid to recognize you. Sorry. I'm terribly sorry.
It doesn't matter who I am. If I were just an ordinary mom, would it be right for you to taunt me like this?
The Nelson Group's reputation cannot be destroyed by people like you. From now on, I don't want anyone to engage in workplace discrimination. Is that clear? As for you two, business is business. Before the end of the day, you can hand over your work and finish the resignation procedures.
Mr. Nelson, it's Faye. She did all of this.
Sophie, what are you saying? Why put all the blame on me?
Mr. Nelson, Faye, looked down on June, who newly joined the Nelson Group. After realizing June was a mom, Faye kept targeting her.
Sophie, it was you. It was you. You thought June's proposal was better than yours. So you threatened me to steal her proposal. You even bribed the security guard to drive her out of the company.
Stop trying to put all the blame on me. Mr. Nelson, Mr. Nelson. It's all because of Faye. She was too jealous. It has nothing to do with me, Mr. Nelson.
Mr. Nelson, I didn't do it. She made me do it. If anyone should be fired, it should be her.
Stop talking nonsense. You betrayed me first and asked for this.
You bitch. Don't you dare sling mud at me.
Enough. This is the Nelson Group. Not the place for you to make a scene. Since you're not willing to resign with all dignity, I'll help you with that. Security. Kick these two crazy women out.
June. I'm sorry. I was wrong. Please plead with Mr. Nelson for me. Please don't kick me out, okay?
June, please have mercy and spare us. Actually, I also have 2 kids. To avoid being bullied at the company, I chose to keep it a secret.
Me too. Please don't make things difficult for me. I can't lose this job. I still need to make money to buy formula for my kids. I'm begging you. Please give me a chance to start a new slate.
Your mom's too?
June, you know it. In today's society, it's hugely stressful to raise a kid. I have to work hard during the day. After going home, I have to take care of the kids and housework. I really can't lose this job.
Yes, June. Nowadays, major companies prefer female employees who don't plan to have kids. So, to be competitive at the Nelson Company, I deliberately kept it a secret. You're a mom, too. Please, considering I'm a mom, help me plead with Mr. Nelson.
Since you're both moms like I am, why bring the discrimination of the workplace to me? You asked me to put myself in your shoes. If it was me kneeling here, would you give me another chance?
Yes, I will.
I will.
June, I'm begging you. If you can talk to Mr. Nelson and let me stay at the Nelson Company, I promise I'll always remember your kindness.
June, I have 2 kids too. All these years, I've been working hard to give them a better living environment. Even if I made mistakes, my kids are innocent, June.
But in the workplace, moms do often face exclusion and suppression indeed.
Yes, June. That's exactly why I chose to hide it.
In that case, why did you use my identity as a mom to make me feel guilt and ask me to plead with Mr. Nelson for you?
If I remember correctly, the Nelson Group strictly prohibits any discrimination. In other words, you really don't need to hide your identities as moms. Instead, you can rely on this identity to gain some preferential treatment.
Since the Nelson Group has such policies, if you really are moms, you don't have to hide it at all. Besides, June went through all the humiliation in the Nelson Group because of you. You're the very reason for the workplace discrimination here.
Mr. Nelson, Ms. Lewis, I can testify they're not moms at all.
I can testify as well. Sophie, since you graduated from college, you've been working at the Nelson Group. We've known each other for so long. How come I never knew? You had kids.
Are you trying to say that you were already a mom back in college and got pregnant before you were married?
And you, Faye, last time when Samuel brought his daughter to our company and asked us to look after her, you didn't even know what a kid can and cannot eat. How can you possibly be a mom?
A mom doesn't have the basic experience in parenting. You're just lying to us.
That's not true, June.
That's enough. Are you trying to say that your kids turned 18 right after they were born and could take care of themselves?
You chose your careers and left your families behind. That was your personal choice. But why did you have to interfere others' choices? And you're even proud of it? Isn't that malicious? Today, you're begging on your knees, but you're not aware of your real mistakes. You did it just because you met Ms. Lewis. You haven't realized that your mistakes lie in your thoughts and actions.
All professions are equal, and so are identities. Deep down, you look down on moms. Then, you tried to pretend to be moms and used all those lies to make Mr. Nelson cut you some slack.
All right. Let's end this farce quickly. Sophie, Faye, and others formed a work clique, engaged in workplace discrimination, and bullied their colleagues in the workplace. The Nelson Group won't stand you anymore. Go get the resignation process done.
Mr. Nelson. No, Mr. Nelson.
I'm really sorry, Ms. Lewitt. Today, I didn't discipline them well, which led these people to speak and act so recklessly. Please forgive me.
Mr. Nelson, I'll take back what I just said. I truly respect your character and abilities, so let's continue our collaboration.
That's great. Thank you, Ms. Lewis, for choosing the Nelson Group. Wish us a pleasant cooperation.
The pleasure is mine. Well, Mr. Nelson, there's one more thing. I wanted to talk to you.
Just tell me what you need.
Have you decided on the person, on behalf of the Nelson Group, to coordinate with me?
Well, not yet, but you can choose the one you like. Our company will fully grant you the authority to manage and make decisions.
If you're okay with that, I'd like to appoint someone.
Sure. Who do you have in mind to be the liaison?
Thank you, Mr. Nelson. I hope she can take charge of my project, oversee the entire thing, and coordinate with me.
Ms. Lewis, I've just started working here. There's still a lot I don't understand about this project. I'm just a mom who's been away from the workplace for years. I'm afraid I'm not capable enough.
Don't overthink it. As I said, every encounter is a blessing. I believe in your character and abilities. The person in charge of this project has to be you.
Thanks, Ms. Lewis.
No problem. It's settled then. That's great, June. The project went extremely well. I've arranged a celebration party for you. You must come.
Okay.
Where did this bumpkin come from? How did you get in here dressed like that? Do you know what place this is?
How did this bumpkin get in here? What are the security guards doing?
She just barged in like this. This really lowered the level of the party.
You bumpkin, stop right there.
Me?
Yes, I'm talking to you.
What's up? Is there a problem?
Who are you? What are you doing here?
I'm here for the party.
What party do you think you're attending? Do you know what party this is?
Recently, the project, the Nelson Group collaborated with the famous planner, Ms. Lewis, was a huge success. That's the celebration party for.
Since you know it, you better wise up and leave here. This is not a place for someone with your status.
You want to get in dressed like that? You really think we're idiots?
It's my first time seeing someone as shameless as you. I can even smell the stench of poverty on you from miles away. And you said you were here for the party?
We have top professionals, business moguls, and socialites here. But country women like you are clearly not welcome.
You're judging a book by its cover.
Isn't she a country woman from the Wayne village? And she has 3 kids. How did she get here?
She's really a country woman.
I've heard that her husband Ray is notorious as a gambler. For the sake of money, he married his wife off to the village chief's deceased son.
I was wondering what that terrible smell was. Turns out it's this country woman's stench of poverty. Since you look so pathetic, I won't make things difficult for you. Be smart and leave here.
Well, a bumpkin dressed like this is not welcome here. You better get out now.
If Ms. Lewis and Mr. Nelson arrive and see you, it will ruin their good mood. Just leave now.
Just a clueless countrywoman. Get out of here. Today's party is a gathering of elites. Don't stay here. If you cause any trouble, can you be responsible for it?
Security, get her out of here now. Don't let her make a scene here.
I finally understand today how snobs like you treat others. But just like you, I am an invited guest at this party.
Do you have an invitation? Every guest here is invited to attend the party.
I don't have an invitation, but I don't need an invitation to get in here, because each invitation you have was sent out by me personally.
You sent out the invitation? Everyone. Come take a look. This woman said the invitations to the Nelson Group's party were sent out by her personally.
That's hilarious. Looks like she's not just a bumpkin, but also a delusional one.
If you don't have an invitation, you can just leave. Why bother keeping up appearance?
Exactly. Nelson Group's celebration party is not meant to be a place for someone like you. That place where you belong should be the pigsties and cow pens. In Wayne Village, feeding pigs and cows is what you should do.
I think you came here just to find a wealthy husband.
What nonsense.
I've seen plenty of ambitious women like you. You're just a woman who's been dumped. How dare you stay in the same party with me? You don't have the status for that.
Status is something you earn for yourself. It's just an invitation. Does it make you feel so smug?
It certainly won't make me feel superior, but it's enough to keep a bumpkin like you out.
Then I'll revoke your qualifications to attend this party.
Where did this woman come from? Do you know what you've done?
How dare you tear the invitation sent out by the Nelson Group. You're making yourself an enemy of the Nelson Group.
Do you even know who Miss Chandler is? How dare you offend her like this?
You've got nut. You're asking for trouble.
This invitation was sent out by me. Of course, I have the right to take it back. It's you who should leave the party. You, snobbish woman.
You asked me to leave the party. That's ridiculous.
Just admit that you're a country bumpkin in Landon. Everybody knows Miss Chandler. Besides, compared to a lowly country woman like you, she has a totally different social standing.
Based on Miss Chandler's status, she doesn't need any invitation to attend this party.
You finally hit a wall this time. If Mr. Nelson finds out that a country woman dares to cause a scene at the Nelson Group's party, you'll be in big trouble.
When Timothy arrives, I can prove my identity, right?
Are you going to have Timothy prove it for you?
So what? You know Timothy?
You don't even know me, but you dare to say you know Timothy. You know Timothy, but Timothy might not know you.
Who are you?
I'm Timothy's fiancé.
Timothy's fiancé? Why didn't I know? He had a fiancé. Turns out he already has a fiancé.
You're putting on quite the act. I bet you're just imagining that you know Timothy. Otherwise, everyone in Landon knows I'm Timothy's fiancé, the bride-to-be of the boss of the Nelson Group.
I didn't expect such a sensible man like Mr. Nelson would choose someone with no brains to be his fiancé.
What did you say? Say it again if you dare.
No matter who you are, nobody can kick me out of this party today.
You mean as the fiancé of the boss of the Nelson Group? I can't kick a bumpkin like you out.
That's right.
Are you insane? You're out of your mind. Who let this crazy woman get in?
She's screwed. Everyone knows Miss Chandler has a powerful background, but she's Mr. Nelson's fiancé. She dared to challenge Miss Chandler. She'll definitely be in big trouble.
She's just a clown. Security, get over here.
What can I do for you?
How are you doing your job? You let a country bumpkin in?
Well, we don't really remember her. If she had come in through the front entrance, we definitely would have stopped her.
Did she crawl through a dog hole? Just to sneak in?
I mean, you really went out of your way to get in here. Since you're even willing to crawl through a dog hole, I'll do you a favor. Crawl under my legs. I'll let you attend this celebration party. Okay?
Come on, what are you waiting for? Hurry up.
Do you still want to stay in this hall? If you do, then hurry up. You can crawl under mine too.
Are you going to do it or not? I don't have much patience.
Crawl through a dog hole. Crawl through a dog hole.
You guys are really crazy.
You just won't give in, huh? So you don't want to stay here?
You're just a woman willing to do anything. To win the favor of someone wealthy.
You've gone too far.
Just a country bumpkin. Take a good look at yourself. Even if I bully you, what can you do? With your time here looking for a man, you're better off going home and raising your kids.
Security. What are you waiting for? Get her out of here. Don't let her spoil the night.
Let go of me. Let go of me.
Stop it. Leave here now.
None of you can make me leave. If you make me leave, there won't be any party at all. Let go of me. Let go of me.
Stop bragging. Who do you think you are? There won't be a party without you. Even if Timothy comes, he wouldn't dare to say that like you.
Since I've said it, I'm completely confident. If you don't believe it, just wait and see. This party is held for me. Junlee?
In this party, besides Timothy and Ms. Lewis, whose identity is more honourable than mine, how dare a country bumpkin compare to me?
There's nothing special about me, but since this party can be held here, you should thank me for it.
You are really silly. People say that pregnancy makes people dumb. As a mum who has 3 kids, you'll probably stay silly for 10 more years.
This mad woman is making a fool of herself. When Mr. Nelson and Ms. Lewis arrive and expose her true colors, she'll be thoroughly embarrassed.
Is there any need to embarrass her? A typical country bumpkin. She has no shame at all. This is the first time I've seen such a shameless woman.
With her in the banquet hall, the smell in the air makes me sick. Get out of here. You're not welcome.
You're crazy. You've lost your mind. Do you even know whose spot this is?
Of course, it's mine. Why else would I be here?
This spot was saved by Ms. Lewis for the head of this project. Our collaborative project has led to great success, all because of this project leader.
Of course I know, because this project was under my charge.
You filthy country bumpkin. Dare to impersonate the project leader, the rising star of the Nelson Group. You really think you have what it takes?
If you're looking for trouble, don't drag us down with you. I still want to leave a good impression on Mr. Nelson and Ms. Lewis.
This bitch is staying on stage and won't leave, just trying to drag us down too.
I think we should stay away from this country woman. Otherwise, when Mr. Nelson gets mad, we'll be in big trouble.
I, representing the Chandler Group, claim this country woman as our enemy. From now on, anyone who dares to help her is going against the Chandler Group.
Sunlato Real Estate claims Junlee, this country bumpkin, is our enemy. We'll completely blacklist June and Landon.
Bayham Appliances claims Junlee as our enemy.
Sanic International Group claims Junlee is our enemy.
Who dares to kick her out?
Timothy, you're here. You know what? There's an ignorant country woman who dares to impersonate the project leader. As your fiancé, I can't even handle her.
Are you all right?
I'm fine, Timothy. You're here.
Listen up. Junlee is the project leader of the Nelson Group, who has made remarkable achievements.
Timothy, I really didn't know she was...
She's not only the project leader, but she also saved my life. No matter which one of you caused her trouble, I'll take it as you offended me and the entire Nelson Group.
What? She's the one who saved Mr. Nelson's life?
Timothy, I'm sorry. You won't blame me, right?
And I have an announcement to make. My engagement with Miss Chandler from the Chandler Group is hereby canceled. I don't need to marry such a snobbish woman.
Timothy, you're calling off our engagement for her, a woman who you've just met.
She saved my life.
Bitch, shame on you. How dare you seduce my man?
Nina, what are you doing? Look at you.
Timothy, she's just a divorced woman with 3 kids. Why are you with such a woman?
At the very least, she isn't as malicious and snobbish as you are. Leave now. I don't want to see you again.
Timothy, you want to defend her. But that's impossible. As long as you're not around, she'll be squeezed out by others. Because she's a country woman who reeks of poverty. Timothy, why get involved in such matters beneath your dignity?
You judge a person just based on their appearance? Isn't that even more shameless? If a person's worth is determined by their appearance, then you are truly shallow.
Timothy, why are you so stubborn? What exactly has she done to captivate you? June, just you wait. You better hope that you and Timothy stick together all the time, or you're gonna have a bad end.
Miss Chandler is lacking in virtue, not suitable for the title of future Mrs. Nelson. Although just now, Miss Chandler and I called off our engagement. I still have something to announce. June Lee is now my fiancée, the future hostess of the Nelson Group.
June, you wait.
Mr. Nelson, I'm really sorry. In the end, this celebration party didn't end well. I'm so sorry.
It's not a big deal. If I hadn't gotten here in time, I can't imagine what awful things they would have said to you. This party was originally meant to celebrate your huge success with the first project. If they upset you, there's no need to have it anymore.
It's nothing. Judging a book by its cover is a common failing for many people. Besides, I just entered the company. I don't have much experience yet. There are many things I haven't done well enough.
That's not true, Kueu. You've done more than enough. Don't take their words to heart. It's just a bunch of spineless snobs.
Mr. Nelson, you've been so nice to me. I don't know how to thank you.
No need to thank me. You saved my life. I should be the one thanking you. I didn't prepare this celebration party. Well for you. How about I get you a new one?
What?
Congratulations to Miss Lee on your success in the project. Congratulations to Miss Lee for becoming the Star Project leader.
Congratulations to Miss Lee. On behalf of Mr. Nelson, I present 10 sets of jewelry as a gift.
Congratulations to Miss Lee. On behalf of Mr. Nelson, I present a fancy car as a gift.
Congratulations to Miss Lee. On behalf of Mr. Nelson, I present 10 properties as a gift.
Mr. Nelson, all these years, no one has ever taken care of me so thoughtfully. I really don't know how to thank you.
I'm worried you might be mad. Just now, in front of everyone, I said you were my fiancé. Honestly, I wanted to give you a better status to protect and take care of you. But don't worry, I'll always respect you. No one can bully you again.
Thank you, Mr. Nelson.
Miss Chandler, where are we heading now?
I was almost going to take control of the Nelson Group. June, I won't let you get away with it. I'd better take action first. I'll visit Timothy's mom tomorrow.
Nina, what's the rush to call me out?
Mrs. Nelson, there's something I find really hard to tell you. But for Timothy's sake, I have to play the bad guy to tell you the truth.
Calm down. Take your time. What exactly happened?
Timothy. For a divorced countrywoman with 3 kids, Timothy wants to call off our engagement.
What did you say?
Mrs. Nelson, it's true. I don't know what that woman has done to captivate Timothy. He's determined to call off the engagement.
Marriage is a big deal. How can he not take it seriously? Your engagement was decided long ago.
If Timothy doesn't like me, I won't insist on it anymore. However, he shouldn't be with a woman like that.
You just said that woman is a divorced countrywoman with kids. Well, how could Timothy be such a fool?
If it were everything, I wouldn't have come to you, Mrs. Nelson. But this woman is not worthy of Timothy, and her character is not good enough.
You've investigated her?
Yes. I secretly had someone investigate her. Look. This woman is fooling around with different men, and she's very vain and materialistic. Such a person is not worthy of Timothy.
This is absurd. He doesn't want to marry a gracious and virtuous girl like you, but chooses to marry a flirtatious woman like that? I'll never agree to this marriage.
But at the party, Timothy already announced the cancellation of our engagement. He even declared that this woman would be his fiancée.
I got it. I'll take care of this. I won't let Timothy be fooled by a woman with bad intentions and poor character. Don't worry.
You're really a workaholic. Can't you just take a little break?
Mr. Nelson, a slow sparrow should make an early start. Diligence redeems lack of talent. I don't have much working experience. I have to work harder than others.
You've already worked hard enough. You can't always go on like this, not caring about your health. Besides, you're already the Nelson Group's Star Project leader. I promoted you to the highest level I can. How about you work harder and take over my position?
Mr. Nelson, what are you talking about? In today's society, the competition in the workplace is so intense. If I'm not working hard enough, I won't even have money for the kids' formula.
Haven't I already told you? I'll help you raise your kids.
Mr. Nelson, how can I keep troubling you? I don't want to ask you to return the favor of saving you. Even if we're friends, these kids are not related to you. How can I let you take on responsibilities that aren't yours?
But
what?
But I want to be the kid's dad, and I want to take on this responsibility. Nothing. All right. I'm willing to always support and protect you.
June, you shameless woman?
Mom, what brings you here? Mom, what are you doing?
You canceled the engagement with Nina because of this woman, Timothy. You really disappointed me.
Did Nina say something to you? She's just a chameleon.
Are you still so stubborn? Nina is an heiress of an influential family and an elegant lady. What about this bumpkin could possibly be better than Nina?
Her name is June. She's not a bumpkin. She is the one who saved your son. Isn't that enough?
Even if she saved your life, just give her some money and let her go. What exactly are you going to do now?
Besides, how do we know if she planned everything carefully, trying to marry into a wealthy family?
I'm not the kind of scheming woman. I just happened to save Timothy. Please don't have malicious thoughts about me.
That's quite an impressive speech. You live in my son's house, use his money, and wear the clothes he bought for you. Yet you still dare to say you're not after money.
That's something I insisted on giving her. What does it have to do with her?
Timothy, stop defending her. Don't be fooled by her.
I know exactly what I'm doing. Nina, even if you bring my mother here today, I still won't marry you. Even without June, I still won't agree to let a snob like you become my future wife.
Timothy, you've only known her for a few days. We've known each other so many years. Or all these years, I've been by your side. Less important than the 1 month she's been with you.
June and I have gone through thick and thin. That's not something you can compare to.
Timothy, you've lost your mind. She's been pestering you just for money, right? Take it, since you saved Timothy. Fill in any amount. Take this check and leave. Don't show up in front of Timothy again and cause any trouble. Watch closely, Timothy. This is a check. She can fill in any amount. I don't believe that this woman who aspires to high status won't take it.
June, don't.
I just want you to see that her feelings for you are just fake.
It's quite a tempting offer. As long as I leave Timothy, I can get such immense wealth.
So, you've agreed to leave Timothy?
What a shame.
I
don't agree.
You're a woman who's had 3 kids. Don't push your luck.
You declined my check. I'm afraid you're after something more. But I'm Timothy's mom. I'll never let a second-hand woman like you join our family.
Mom, you've gone too far.
If she's not a second-hand woman, what's this? My daughter-in-law must be at least someone who upholds virtue and has a strong moral character, not a bitch with a tarnished reputation.
June, the evidence is right here. What else do you have to say? Don't pretend to be a virtuous woman to deceive Timothy.
Timothy? Did you see it? She's nothing like she appears to be. She's just a woman trying to climb the social ladder.
These photos are fake. They were synthesized by you. The face in these photos is mine, but I've never done anything like that.
Open your eyes and take a good look. June, the person in the photos is exactly you. What? The truth has come out. And now you want to deny it?
I see. It's better to quickly end this farce. Timothy, look clearly. What kind of woman is she? She has an unknown background and lives a scandalous life. You can't afford the embarrassment. Our family can't afford the embarrassment either.
Even if she saved your life, so what? With her character, it's hard to believe that she didn't orchestrate all of it. She pretended to be a miraculous doctor, using the favor of saving your life to guilt-trip you. June, stop daydreaming.
Fine. Since you can't tolerate me, I can leave. But I didn't do it. I won't allow you to keep on twisting the facts.
All right, smart choice. We belong to different worlds. A countrywoman wants to force your way into high society. You'll only become a clown out of place. Only when you leave. It'll be the best for you, me, and Timothy.
No way, I won't allow it.
Timothy, what are you thinking? You still don't know what kind of person she is. The evidence is right here.
Timothy, do you also think I'm that kind of person?
I believe you. I believe that you wouldn't do such a thing. Don't worry, I won't let you leave.
You foolish brat. If you don't cut ties with her today, I'll cut ties with you.
Mom, not only did she save my life, she also... Do you have to push me like this?
Timothy, I can't just watch you go down the wrong path.
All right. It doesn't matter if you believe her. Just give me some time. I'll show you what kind of person she really is. But don't believe Nina, that vicious woman's lies. She's the one who has two faces.
Timothy, I'm doing all this for your own good. I've cared for you with all my heart. How could you say that about me?
Stop pretending.
You're really so stubborn.
Does it hurt much?
I'm fine.
I'm sorry, I apologize on behalf of my mom.
It's all right. Nina had her reasons to stir things up. First, she doesn't like me. Second, anyone whose engagement was canceled would be resentful. It's understandable for her to hate me.
Don't worry about this. Let me take care of it, okay?
Miss Chandler, did everything go smoothly today?
Forget it. The photos were all laid out in front of Timothy. But he still chose to believe that woman. What a shameless flirt. Timothy is totally bewitched by her.
The authenticity of the photos isn't enough to convince Mr. Nelson. After all, whatever you can think of, Mr. Nelson can think of it too. Seeing is believing.
You mean...
Hello, this is June. May I ask who that is?
June, you don't recognize my voice.
Nina, what do you want? What are you going to do?
Calm down. Take it easy. I'm not calling to make some trouble for you. All right, I just wanted to ask if you're free tonight.
What do you want?
I want to invite you to a drink so we can have a talk.
Is there anything worthwhile talking about between us?
Really? Whether there's anything to talk about, you'll find out when you come. 9 o'clock tonight. I'll send you the address. See you then. You're here, right on time.
Nina, what game are you playing now?
In your eyes, other than setting you up, I'm humiliating you. So you're afraid it'll be the same this time?
Isn't it?
This is a misunderstanding, this time. I just want to invite you to have a drink. Have a seat, let's have a talk.
What do you want to talk about?
Honestly, there's really nothing between us that can't be resolved. What happened before was just a misunderstanding. Right. Raising kids on your own can't be easy. Working at the Nelson Group is pretty tough too. So, I want to apologize to you for what happened before. I hope you can forgive me.
That's it?
What else can it be? Timothy's heart is already with you. I have to admit defeat.
Miss Chandler, don't be like this. Actually, Timothy.
All right. I invited you here not to listen to this. Women shouldn't make things difficult for each other, right?
Miss Chandler.
Here's a toast to you. As my apology for the past. Come on. Let's drink this round together. Let's bury the hatchet. Why didn't you drink it? Are you worried I might have poisoned it? Well, keeping your guard up against me is pretty understandable. All right. Do you believe me now? Come on. Let's drink this round together. Let's forget the past and start fresh.
But Miss Chandler, why did you suddenly want to make peace with me?
June, are you really so naive or just pretending? Make peace? You really believe me?
What did you say? What's going on? What did you do?
June, you really think I would make peace with you? From the moment you became Timothy's fiancée, you've already become a thorn in my side.
But you drank the wine too.
Yes, both our drinks were drugged. But I coated my cup with an antidote beforehand.
You're really despicable and vile.
So what? Anyway, I already won. By the way, what I put in the wine could knock out a bull. Just enjoy your evening. I wonder if Timothy will still trust you when he sees how decadent your guys...
You colluded with her?
You two can do whatever you like. I gotta go now.
Rest assured, little flirt, you've finally fallen into my hands. This time, I'm going to teach you something.
Hello, Timothy.
What did you do to June?
I didn't do anything. She couldn't help herself but fool around with those men.
I'm warning you, if anything happens to June, I'll make you pay. You two bastard.
Well, Mr. Nelson, I'm making out with my ex-wife. What's it to you anyway? Don't stick your nose where it doesn't belong.
Shut up. I'm not sure how you two are colluding with Nina, but if anything happens to June, I swear I'll make you pay tenfold.
Why are you so worked up? You're the president of the Nelson Group. You can't possibly be interested in June, who's been with me for years, right? She's had 3 kids.
She's such a stunning beauty. It's normal for us to be interested in her. If you want to, you can join us too.
I'll take care of you both later.
So hot. I feel so hot.
Hang in there. Let's go home now.
Timothy. Why? Why? Even if she ends up like this, why do you still don't mind it, but hold her tight? I want the Nelson Group. Everything from the Nelson Group must be mine.
So hot.
June. What did Nina do to you?
Timothy. Your hands are icy cold. Feels so good.
June, did she drug you?
Timothy.
Are you all right?
You're so kind to me. But your fiancé doesn't seem to like me. She was trying to hurt me.
She's no longer my fiancé. I won't let her hurt you again. Sorry, June. I won't let them hurt you anymore.
I feel so hot.
June. You're burning up. No. Before the doctor arrives, I have to cool you down, June.
So hot.
You'll feel better soon.
Mr. Nelson, from the first time I met you, I fell for you.
June, you saved my life, and you're the only woman who makes my heart flutter. Will you marry me?
Yes, I do.
I wasn't drugged. How did I end up thinking of such things? June, are you feeling better?
I don't know. I feel both cold and hot. I'm feeling awful.
You've been drugged by Nina, feeling hot and cold like this? You'll get sick.
Damn it.
Miss Chandler, we did everything just as you asked. And because of that, we ended up offending Mr. Nelson.
That's right. Look, the original offer was $100,000 each. Doesn't that seem a bit low?
Exactly.
You bunch of losers. You have the nerve to say that. Timothy doesn't even care if June gets laid. My plan has already failed.
Well, you can't put all the blame on us. We did everything as you told us. We didn't expect Timothy to come over so quickly. Before we succeeded, he...
Yes. We hadn't done anything yet before Mr. Nelson took that bitch away, and I also got hit for no reason.
What? You didn't get it done. No wonder. No wonder Timothy didn't even glance at me. He just directly carried June out of there. You bunch of useless fools.
Miss Chandler, please don't get mad. We'll just try again. I just don't believe June, that bitch, can always get this lucky.
That's easy to say. This time, I managed to get June out. How will she fall for that again? You really think she's a fool?
Miss Chandler, don't worry. Anyway, your goal is to take over the Nelson Group, right? If the easy way doesn't work, let's go with the hard way.
All right. Once it's done, you'll get your rewards.
Okay.
Where am I?
You're awake.
Why am I here? How did I end up like this?
You still dare bring that up? If you weren't so naive to agree to Nina's demand, would we have been in such a mess now?
Nina tricked me into going out and drugged me. Did you save me?
Do you dare to accept Nina's invitation again? She's just a snake, vicious and ruthless.
I knew she had ulterior motives towards me. I was extremely cautious. Yet, she still managed to set me up.
You knew it was a trap, and you still went there? Are you crazy? Nina is cunning and vicious. You wouldn't last a few rounds before she got you.
Mr. Nelson, please help me. And send me abroad. I want to go accompany my kids there.
What's wrong? Why suddenly go abroad?
If I stay here any longer, it'll do you no good. Nina won't give up easily. If she starts sowing discord, it'll increase the rift between you and your mom. I don't want to cause you any trouble.
June, this isn't what you should worry about. Just leave it all to me. I'm not afraid of any trouble you bring me. I'm only worried you'll leave me.
But I'm afraid you're so nice to me. How could I bring you more trouble? Mr. Nelson, I shouldn't be your burden.
Don't call me Mr. Nelson. You've said so much. Don't you just want to leave? All right, as you wish.
Mr. Nelson, you've had me driving around the airport several times. Where are we going?
To the airport. I can't let her leave Landon. I must confess to her.
Okay.
You bitch. Just give it a rest. Stop yelling.
We've been here waiting for quite a while. It seems Mr. Nelson has been keeping you well protected. Luckily, you're really naive and not so smart. You even pushed Mr. Nelson away? Oh my gosh.
Now, let's go. Meet Miss Chandler. Whether you can live will depend on how much you mean to Mr. Nelson. Ha 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 ha.
Nina, what else do you want from me? I've decided to leave Landon and leave Timothy. Why do you still do this to me?
Even if you leave Timothy, it means nothing to me.
Don't you just want to be Timothy's fiancé? I've decided to leave him. This title is yours now.
Are you really so silly? People with our status don't care about love at all. I don't like Timothy, and I don't want to marry him.
What do you mean?
Because what I want has always been the Nelson Group, not Timothy himself. I thought you were with Timothy because of his wealth, but I didn't expect. You were actually going after so-called love.
You want to take over the Nelson Group? That's why you... Nina, do you have any conscience? You've already got so much wealth. Why are you still doing this?
Is there anyone who doesn't want much more money? Only a fool like you would believe in the power of true love.
Well, today is the perfect time to see how much this idiot is really worth. Mr. Nelson will be here any moment.
Let her go. June.
Timothy, you're here.
You vicious woman. You've plotted against June time and again. What are you up to?
Timothy, why are you so mad? As long as we have a talk, I promise you and June can leave here, safe and sound.
So what do you want?
I can return June to you intact. But I want you to transfer half of the Nelson Group's shares to me.
Deal. I promise you. Let June go.
You agreed so easily?
Half of the Nelson Group's shares. As long as you let June go. I'll sign the share transfer agreement right away. I promise.
I didn't see that coming. It seems you're quite valuable.
Is that all right? I've agreed to your terms. Let June go.
No way. I've changed my mind.
What did you say?
Since she's so valuable, I have to up the price. This time, I want all the shares of the Nelson Group.
Nina, don't push your luck.
Well, I'd like to see which you'll choose between June's life and the Nelson Group. Do it.
Nina, stop it.
Nina. I really was wrong about you.
Mama, why are you here?
Mrs. Nelson.
If I hadn't been cautious and secretly had someone follow you, how would I have discovered your plot?
Now, your son's woman is in my hands. Even if you find out, what can you do about it?
Ha 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 ha. Really? Why don't you take a look at what this fool is holding in his hand?
Damn it, I got played?
Extortion and unlawful detention. You'll rot in jail for that. Send them to the police.
No, I'm the heiress of the Chandler family. Let go. How can I go to jail? Let go of me.
Take them away.
June, Sai. Don't leave me, okay? I like you. I want to marry you. June's. But am I qualified to bring you happiness?
Mrs. Nelson,
Why are you looking at me? I just passed by. Since he's been pestering you, I'll just give my son to you.
The older, the wiser. Mrs. Nelson. Now Mrs. Nelson has saved both of our lives. Our hearts have been linked already, right?
Mm-hmm.